Good morning, Dwayne. That's right. Suzanne Williams is off getting very smart.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, smarter. She's actually at a conference this week, so we will try and carry on.
Yes.
And in fact, we have done this by gathering some of our favorite people to talk to and some new friends, some new folks, and we are looking forward to telling you all about what's happening in June. Talking of summer.
Yes. What does most kids want to do?
Oh, well, splash around
Yes.
in a nice, refreshing pool.
Yes.
And the Smithville Municipal Swimming Pool is now open. And I don't know if you've been out there lately.
I haven't.
But they have done huge volumes of improvements. They have revamped the bathrooms, and everything is just crisp and clean and looks beautiful.
That's great.
They are open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and Sunday 1 to 6 in the afternoon on Sundays. Admission is $3 a person, but get this.
What? Yes.
Family passes are only $125 for the whole summer.
Wow. That's a deal.
It's a deal. I mean, just if you calculate
Especially if you've got several children.
Right. It's the way to go. For more information, call 597-6648. They have so many individual activities. They have activities for children, swimming classes, they have adult swimming classes, they have their seniors silver sneakers groups that come out. So
a
lot going on, and we really want to support our public swimming pool, municipal swimming pool, and the POSs do a great job of making sure that the lifeguards are well trained and
keeping everything neat.
Keeping everything neat and safe for everyone. Another thing to do on Saturdays is the farmers market.
Yay.
Jeff Cantrell is here to help bring us up to date on what's going on at the farmers market. Is it up and running?
It's up and running. We're starting our third season at our new location. Our base behind Ace Hardware next to the county complex. We've got
easy parking, lots of
easy parking.
Yeah, lots of opportunity to look at it.
At least 20 vendors have done rented spots there this year. We've expanded this year. We've got a lot more fruit vendors coming in. We've got one vendor that brought in over 60-gallon strawberries and sold this past Saturday.
Oh my goodness!
He's going to be bringing in peaches, locally grown in a local county here, and after that, blackberries. We've got 2 blueberry vendors that's going to be coming in. They have at least an acre each of blueberries going to be coming in towards the end of the June. So we've tried to strive to get what customers have sort of been asking for, is more fruit, and that's what we've tried to do this time. So, we've tried to promote we're Tennessee-grown products, and we're trying to keep locally fresh Tennessee stuff coming in. So that's what we're trying to do.
Well, nothing tastes better than local.
That's right. That's what we've tried to maintain and try to incorporate this with the farmers market, so that way because most people want it locally as much as possible. That's what we're trying to do.
That's great. And what hours are they on Saturday?
Traditionally, we're there. You'll see vendors coming in at 6, and they'll leave around 1-ish. But like I say, you may see, traditionally we're open on Saturdays, but now it's possible you'll see some vendors through the peak season, through the week a little bit.
Oh,
they may be bringing in extra corn and stuff like that they may need to move that won't make it to Saturday. So it's a possibility you'll see some there through the week. We're not always there on Saturdays, but all the time. But like I say, we're trying to bring people, the community together with this farmers market, and I feel like everybody has incorporated. But like I say, we want everybody to come out, and if you haven't come out and visited us, please come out.
It's great. It's under shelter, it's really rain or shine, and the produce won't wilt in the sunshine because it's under cover, and
the vendors won't wilt either.
Yes. Hydrated, yes.
Stay hydrated. But it's in a great location. Make sure you check out the farmers market.
Right.
And who's your guest here today?
This is Carly Thompson.
Hi, Carly.
Hi, nice to meet you. And I'm the treasurer up at the farmers market and also a vendor. And it's a fun opportunity to come out and get to put a face to your food. So you get to meet the people who are out there in the sun and the rain, working hard to bring you beautiful, fresh produce. And, when you're buying fresh and direct from your farmer, you know that the produce was picked, maybe that morning or the night before, but it's fresh, so it tastes better and the nutrients are intact. And you can always ask somebody if you don't know how to use something, ask the vendor, what's your favorite way to prepare scallop squash? And it's as much a social event as it is a shopping event.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
community building. It's fun to see people come, and there'll be groups standing around talking, and we also have some artisan craft vendors that have wood turning crafts and bowls and stuff. So we're trying to expand and get more products, Tennessee made products, not just food.
Yeah.
And we also have baked goods, so if you need a cake to take to a barbecue
Or fried apple pie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some kind of
Oh, fried
absolutely.
apple
The fried pies. The fried pies go early.
I know they do.
You
I have
gotta
been
Yeah, I was
there.
gonna say,
I get
don't-
there early.
Don't come at 1 expecting to see all this stuff.
They're gone within an hour almost.
And if you want something to eat, Roy's got his barbecue there every Saturday.
Absolutely.
Don't forget that.
But it is a fabulous place to learn about where our food is coming from and to actually see the folks who are growing it and helping us to eat healthy and stay healthy.
Okay.
And I write a column called Food for Thought that's in the Smithville Review every week, and I try to highlight what is available at the farmers market
Oh,
that
great.
week with some preparation ideas and occasionally gardening tips for how to get that started. So you can check that out to know what's coming up at the market.
Super. Thank you so much for being here. And you know it's
Thank you.
summer when we're talking farmers markets.
Thank you for having me.
But we also know it's summertime when we talk about summer camps because we love when school lets out.
Yes.
But we also love finding camps for our kids.
Something for them to do. Keep them occupied.
And yeah, here to talk about that is Brother David Mahan. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be here this morning. Most of you may know I'm pastor of Horton Springs, but at the end of June I'm stepping down to take the position of Salem Associational missionary.
It's not really stepping down. It's,
And
kind of, you know, stepping this way.
because we're still members of Horton Springs and we're still involved in the ministry there and stuff. But we're working with 33 churches in the area network. And one of the things we're doing this summer is we're doing our first associational camp. It's going to be held right here in DeKalb County at New Frontiers, which is an excellent camp. If you've never been there, you need to check it out. Have most of the things that you don't drive for hours to go see to do. And we're doing it on Friday, July the 26th through July the 28th, the Sunday. And it's for children who are just going into the first grade and who are just going into the 12th grade. And it's going to be divided in two different areas. So all those kids won't be together. It'll be the younger division and the older division. And it's just a great camp. It's called Camp of the King. Brother Ben Simpson, who is pastor of West Main Baptist Church, and myself are the camp pastors, and we're excited about it. Our kids go away to camp, and my kids go away to camp every year, but for our kids to go to camp together here in the county with other kids they go to school with and other churches and stuff, I think it's going to be a great opportunity for them to make better friends and grow closer together and stuff. And the deadline on that's June the 18th.
Okay,
And so coming up, we've only got a space for 150 kids, so first come, first serve. And it's real reasonable price for the weekend. Includes their meals, their lodging, their t-shirts, snacks, and all their teaching materials. And it's just $140. And so some churches may want to help subsidize that if they want to, but a lot of our Southern Baptist churches have got the information, but it's open to anybody who wants to come. They can call me at Horton Springs or the Salem Baptist Association office or my cell phone, 464-7262. Now, if you're a telemarketer, don't write that down. And I'll give you any information you need to sign up for that and stuff. And so we're excited about it and hoping to have a lot of kids come out and just grow together in the Lord and make good friends and have a good atmosphere and good positive response together.
I think this is great. Have you all done this before?
This is our first year doing it. Brother Ben's done children's camps, and I've done a couple of years past.
What
and
a great
this is the first time that
idea.
we're doing it locally and stuff.
Yep.
Correct.
That's
right.
a fantastic. Do you have a limit of the number of students?
We can only do 150 with our chaperones on top of that up to 200, so 150 kids. So, stuff. But we got some sign-ups coming, and people procrastinate. So wait a little bit. June 18th is the deadline on that, so we have to have all our numbers in. So if you can, go ahead and sign up for that and stuff. We
Sure.
appreciate it.
That's great.
And I want to mention just one little thing on July. I know it's early, but July the 13th is a special day. Julie Benson, principal of Smithville Elementary.
Yeah.
Our daughter had her a couple years ago, and she worked so well with us in our adoption process and getting Sophia, adjusted here. And we just love her. When she went to Smithville Elementary, it was sad because all my kids at that time were at Northside. But we've worked well with her. And I mentioned back in Easter Sunday, sunrise service, I said, Judy, what's your vision for Smith Elementary? And she's really wanting to build school spirit. And so I said, what's your wish list? And a lot of projects. And so we're putting together a mission project of going to Smithville Elementary on July 13th, a Saturday, and painting some outside and inside work, and doing a lot of community service. Because we want to give back. Our teachers do a tremendous job of teaching our children. And sometimes we forget about them, and we think, well, that's the school board's responsibility. No, it's our responsibility as parents.
That's right.
And so all our Southern Baptist churches in this area are working together on it, and we'd love to have anybody. Maybe I'll tell Suzanne about it so she can announce it again next month. But July the 13th of Saturday, we're just going to hit on Smithville Elementary and do a lot of painting and landscaping.
So very good.
I usually get more
Thank you
paint
for
on me
that
than I
update.
do walls. So, yeah.
Our next event to talk about is Saturday, June 15th. That is the DeKalb County Fire Department's monthly fishing tournament on Center Hill Lake. Now, they do this every month, but the fishing tournament has turned now to 7 p.m. until midnight. They start at the Holmes Creek Recreational Area. Entry fee is $20 per person with an option of the $10 big pot. And for more information, they should just call the fire department or Donnie Green, or call the chamber office for more information. But if you don't like being outside in the rain, there is a roof over the library, and there are all sorts of fun things happening there.
Yes, there is. We are in the middle of our summer reading program, and it's called Dig Into Reading, and it's the Reading and Read to Me Club. We've already had several events. We've had 2 events, and we've had over 200 children come to those events, and the parents, yes. And then we've had about over 100 sign up so far. So it runs through June the 25th at all 3 county libraries. Next week will be our story and activity time at 2 o'clock next Tuesday for 3 to 10-year-olds, where they read a story. Miss Jan Thompson and Miss Beth Cantrell are going to be our story readers next week. Yes.
Fabulous.
And then we're going to do a craft afterwards, so we had fun. And then June the 18th at 2 o'clock, that's on a Tuesday, we're having Super Science of Tennessee with Mr. Rich. And then June the 25th is our final party, and that will be with Scott Humpston at 2 o'clock. So we want everyone to come out for that. We are going to have a book signing on July the 20th. And it's Miss Louise Draper Collin will be there, and she has written a book, Woman of the Land, and it's about Jesus' mother Mary, and it's a fictional book about what she thinks the life of Mary was. And so it's going to be very interesting. So we're having that on July the 20th. That'll be on a Saturday at 10 o'clock at the library.
Nice.
We've got actually 2 book signings after that lined up, but we'll talk about those a little bit later. So that's kind of what's going on at the library. And we are having the adult program this time.
I was going to ask you. I know
Yes,
you talked about
Discovering
it.
the Sense of Place. And that starts June the 13th. That's on a Thursday, and it starts at 6 o'clock to 7:30, and it is a 7-week course where they're going to be discussing a sense of place. It's a 7-week session. It's a guide for your home, workplace, community center, or university. And it's just about connections. It's the benefits of developing an intimate relationship with your place. So it called the library. I don't know if we were filled up
Sounds
on
like
that.
a good way to have balance and to be
Balance
happy.
in your life.
That's
yes.
right. Very
So
nice.
call the library at 597-4359 for any activities that's going on.
Great. Thanks for the update, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Also, for our public service announcement today, we have with us Mr. Bob Mitchell, who is the communications unit leader of the DeKalb Emergency Management Agency. And what Bob is going to tell us about is when we call 911, we just expect someone to answer on the other line and to help us in whatever emergency we have. But Bob, there's a little bit more to it than that, isn't there?
There is, Jen. Let me start by telling you just a little bit about why we have an emergency management agency and some of what they do. Normally, our local public service agencies, the law enforcement, the fire departments, emergency medical services, enhanced 911, and others, take care of the routinely occurring emergencies like fires, accidents, sudden illness, even criminal activity. The County Emergency Management Agency has been created to manage larger incidents than that. These that affect large areas or that exceed the capabilities of what our 1 or 2 local agencies would normally do. Some of those that might require mutual aid from surrounding counties or resources that we just don't have to handle a big emergency.
Or maybe even a crisis that crosses county lines.
That's absolutely correct. we saw things like that in 9/11 and Hurricane Katrina. Another example that's coming up literally a month from now is our own Jamboree right here in Smithville.
Yes.
That normally goes smoothly, no major problem. So when those kinds of things occur, one of the first things that happens is that an incident commander is designated from one of our local agencies. And then that individual and their staff take on managing the overall incident. That doesn't mean that they're the ones out there fighting the fire or responding to the need directly, but they're the ones who are making sure that all of the individuals coming together are able to work together
So that the
effectively.
resources and the needs are being matched on an overview.
Coordinating everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that brings me to what my responsibilities are within the Emergency Management Agency as communications unit leader. One of the lessons that we learned the hard way from 9/11 and Katrina was that even though there was a lot of extra help available, they couldn't all communicate for the most effective use of their skills and resources, and most importantly, for their own safety.
Yeah.
So from the standpoint of communications, my responsibility is to ensure that all of those outside agencies are able to communicate both directions.
And to share
With
information as they need
The
to.
incident commander
Yeah.
to share
Yeah.
information, to be warned if there's something going wrong. Sometimes we hear, not too long ago, it was in the news, that there were 4 firefighters, I think down in Texas, that were killed as a result of a collapse at a fire scene. If we can let people know what's going on around them, then we can avoid some of those kinds of things.
When it is kind of amazing to think that before 9/11 in DeKalb County, that that our communication systems between the different 911 service and the sheriff's department and the fire, volunteer fire departments throughout the county were not interconnected. There was no way for the folks, they weren't even on the same communication systems. And so if there was need, for example, on the lake, a boat fire, for example, there was really no way to establish a connection between one entity and another, even within our own county.
That problem is pretty well taken care of now within our own county. But it's when we have incidents that are larger than that
Yeah.
and need to bring in help from outside that we need to ensure that we can also communicate with those folks. They
Now,
use different channels,
Yeah.
different radio frequencies, but there are some common channels designated now that we don't use on a day-to-day basis,
That are reserved just for
but
those
which are
emergency
available
things.
to
Yeah.
be used if we have an incident that requires
And we have a
that
very
kind of-
active ham radio club, don't we?
We do, and they provide some of that auxiliary or supplemental communications. An incident could in fact cause some of our existing communications
To be knocked out.
facilities
Yeah.
to be knocked out. But even if they're not, if all of those things still remain intact, they're going to become overwhelmed with the amount of radio traffic that's necessary, and the hams in the county can come in and provide that additional communication. Hams also have a lot of flexibility regarding the radio frequencies that they can use, the methods of transmission that they can use. And so in some cases they can effectively communicate over much longer distances. They're a pretty creative and innovative bunch, and they can put together solutions for problems that our formal communications agencies either aren't free to do or can't do on their own quickly. And the hams can do some of that for them.
That's
for us.
great.
So that's kind of what we're pulling together with the communications unit.
Yeah.
If we have a larger event, a larger incident, we activate what's called an EOC, an Emergency Operations Center. They operate out of the new fire hall. There is also a communications facility there so that we can provide information to the state EOC in Nashville. They can help provide additional resources if they're necessary. We can also pass information in the form of data rather than just voice. We can send photographs so that they have a clear picture of what an incident, what a disaster here in DeKalb County looked like, and it helps them to provide effective response.
Right, and we would hope never to have a huge disaster or crisis situation. I mean, we would just hope to never have it. But the plan is everything.
To be prepared.
And to be prepared and to know that there are folks like you and Charlie Parker and a lot of folks here in DeKalb County who think and train and are aware of what needs to happen so that they can step in, so that if there were ever a need, that it's great comfort to know that it's being taken care of. That's really good information.
Yeah, it is.
Rather than thinking, when I first saw you on the program, I thought, oh, what a downer to talk about disasters. But really, it's comforting to know
that things are taken care of.
Yeah, and the things that we probably never think of.
No.
That there are a great team of folks here in DeKalb County who make it their business to make sure we're being thought of.
Yeah.
And a lot of those folks are volunteers.
Yeah.
The hams are prohibited by law from receiving any compensation for what they do. And the same is true of a lot of the other partners that work together in these kinds of situations. The Red Cross comes in if necessary, and they'll set up shelters and feeding places, both for the community and for the rescue workers that are there and doing the job.
Right. And again, so many folks in our community do it on a volunteer basis. They go for the training, they come out for fires, they assist in all sorts of ways in emergencies. So sure appreciate the information and the work you do in DeKalb County.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for the opportunity to be here.
Next, we have Gail Looper talking about some fabulous things at the Craft Center. Tell us what's going on.
Oh my goodness, it is so exciting. This is the very first year that we have had the winners from the DeKalb County School Art Competition. Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
They are.
So talented.
Oh,
Little kids.
it's wonderful. And we have them up on display in the sales gallery. And we have a list of the winners. And oh my goodness, it's so sweet. Everybody that comes in comments about the pictures. So we want everybody in the community to come out and check them out because they are such good
Well, and what a
artwork.
great public place to put them on display. Thank you for allowing the students a chance to have some place to hang their good wares.
Our future artists.
Yes, that's right.
Absolutely. And we are so, I was really excited that the Smithville Study Club asked us to do that, and that came about from us coming together and sitting down and talking at Chamber Chat one day, which was so awesome.
Look at that.
I know.
We're networking even now.
People
So let me give you the dates and times.
Yeah.
It's going to be up from June the 1st, which is already passed, through July 31st.
Oh, great.
The gallery's going to be open every day. That's Saturday and Sunday too, from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. And we also, one thing we have to tell everybody is that we do have to close on the 28th and 29th of June for inventory. So please don't come that day. I'm so sorry. But the auditors won't let you come in and look that day.
That's
So
right.
I would just hate for that to happen. So come sometime around then and check out this great artwork.
Oh, good.
I also wanted to say that we've got workshops going on. We still have a full month of workshops. You can go to our website to check it out. We have weekend, week long. And we're going to be at the Fiddler's Jamboree this year. And we're going to be giving out some discounts for the gallery.
Oh,
That sounds like
a good reason to look for their booth.
I'm just saying.
Get there.
And one other thing, I'd like to put on my Art Revolution hat just for a second,
Yes, please
if I
do.
could, and tell everybody to save the date of July the 20th.
Yeah.
We're having our annual silent auction gala, and the theme this year is The Great Gatsby.
Oh,
Timely.
I know. This year the location.
so find a top hat, everyone.
That's right. And get out those flapper dresses.
Yeah.
And tickets will be available at the community center. You can see Jessica Atnip. You can talk to the people at the chamber, and we'll make sure you get a ticket. We're collecting art for this. Now it's going to be at a new location, which
Yes.
is at Blue Water Bay.
You're kidding.
Oh no, it is so
on the water.
fabulous.
That seems very appropriate for Great Gatsby.
Oh, it is. And we cannot wait. We're putting this together now. So I was down there with the committee the other day, and oh, that's such a great facility. So
Oh, neat.
put it on your calendar of July the 20th.
And it's for a great cause, of course.
It is.
Art Revolution has been on the program before, but that is the art and music classes that are offered to the youth in our community, and also a few adult classes as well. But the mission of the Art Revolution group is to give our youth an outlet in a artistic and creative way. And so it sounds like a great event, but it's a huge fundraiser, and
It
goes to a great cause of supporting our youth in the community.
Thank you, Jean.
Thanks. So this upcoming week we have all kinds of nifty activities.
Look at everything that's going on.
Well, Flag Day is the 14th, and so of course around Flag Day, which is never exactly Flag Day, it's always exactly the Tuesday around Flag Day. Alexandria Senior Center has their annual Flag Day commemoration and fundraiser, and so that Tuesday is the 11th. And it's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Alexandria Senior Center. So, of course, this is their one big fundraiser for the year. They have the most fabulous spaghetti. I don't know. You don't even have to like spaghetti, and you will love this spaghetti. These gals know how to cook. And, of course, there's the garlic bread, the drink, and desserts, homemade desserts, all for just $5. They do have takeout orders available. To place your order for takeouts, and the number there at the Alexandria Senior Center is 529-2928. And it's a sweet ceremony. The Boy Scouts always participate in that, helping to put the flag ceremony together. And so I hope everyone will come out and support the Alexandria Senior Center. Thursday, June 13th, at the DeKalb Community Complex, the colors, the fellowship, the dancing, culture. We have, as a special treat this year, first time ever, the International Folk Festival that always happens in Murfreesboro is actually bringing a satellite group to DeKalb County. And so we will have folk dancers from France, Turkey, and Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Coming here to the county.
In costume, too.
Oh my gosh. And so these are folk dancers. Actually, this is like an international exchange. These are not necessarily local people who have that own heritage. These are actually French-speaking folks, and folks actually from Turkey and folks actually from Puerto Rico, who will come and be sharing their dance and music with us. Admission is just $5 for adults. Children who are accompanied by adults are free. And this is really designed to be just a fabulous opportunity for us. But again, that's Thursday. That's coming up Thursday, June 13th, 7 p.m. And we are just so delighted that Donna Davis has coordinated this. She and her Cripple Creek Cloggers group.
It's a
I
mouthful.
know. They are the ones who travel. They travel all over the world doing their clogging, and Donna Davis is coordinated this event, and so we are so appreciative. We hope everyone will come out and see all the lights and
gonna be fun.
dancing and the fabulous celebration of multiculturalism here in DeKalb
Sounds
County.
like, well, there's so much going on in our county. If you can't find something to do, you're not
Well,
listening to Chamber Chat.
That's
for sure.
right. And speaking of which, we have a long list of fabulous things happening at the different marinas.
Lots
What's
of
going
stuff.
on?
Well, at Hurricane Marina, June the 8th, they're going to have their boating class and exam.
Yep.
9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And
If
this
you're-
is actually very important.
Well, now we do this. We also do the boating test at the library.
Good.
So we do that, and you just have to call for an appointment to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you were born on or after January 1st, 1989, you must have a boating license. And for all information, call 931-858-2221.
And just so you know, for clarification, that doesn't mean that also includes if you're letting your son, daughter, grandchild
Drive the boat.
even if there is an adult in the boat, you
They-
still have to have
they
this
need a
license.
license, yes.
So just be careful, safety first out
Yes.
there, and the boating class is really good information for everybody.
It is, and everyone needs to be safety on the water.
Right.
June the 8th, karaoke at 7 p.m. I will not do that.
Oh.
I can't sing in the even in the shower is not fun. But everybody that's we got so many talented people here that can sing.
Oh yeah, karaoke is
It is a fun way
skill.
to-
It's a skill unto its own.
Yes.
And I actually have more fun like laughing at the people up there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Lots of good
laughing
people.
with them.
Yeah, enjoying their
Yes,
company.
yes. June the 22nd at 6:30 is Country Night with Pat Fitzpatrick Band, and wear your
Okay.
cowboy hats and boots.
Yeah, yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Absolutely.
June the 28th, the Hurricane Marina Shrimp Broil, starting
boiled
at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah,
Right.
and you may think, oh, it's just a shrimp boil, but there is a lot of festivities centered around that, and it's a great time to get out and see folks and have a good time.
to boil the shrimp.
To boil a shrimp.
And call for more information 931-858-2221.
Pates Ford also has all sorts of activities. They it seems like every Friday or Saturday night they have something fun and
Something
exciting.
happening.
They have a costume party going on. Of course, they have their on June 22nd their Jolly Angels boat race, which raises lots of funds for children in the active military and some of the other projects that Jolly Angels does. So for more information, call Pates Ford Marina for that or the Chamber office.
Chamber office.
And of course, we do have our July show coming before the 4th of July. But just so that folks can keep in mind that the fireworks for the across the lake,
Yes.
Sligo's fireworks are July 6th. Hurricane Marina and Pates Ford are both on that Saturday night, July 6th.
6th.
So the 5th at Sligo and the 6th, so basically if you have access to the water, you will be able to see the fireworks, and that's a fabulous
And it is
thing.
beautiful on the water.
That's
This
right.
reflection is beautiful.
That's right.
And then the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree and Crafts Festival. We have a good friend here, Miss Tisha Pryor, is going to be here talking about the
Well, I can
Jamboree.
stand in this morning for that. Certainly, well, it's the 42nd annual, and the reason I can remember that is I am 42,
Oh!
the same age as the Jamboree.
Sharing a
So,
birthday
yes.
year.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
July 5th and 6th, this is, of course, a great event, very important to our community, and starts at 9 o'clock both days. I know that they've done some different things with the concessions booths this year, and I think that's going really well, and it's, from all reports, everything is going as scheduled.
Well,
and
if
looking
somebody were
forward to a great
new to the
event.
community, explain the Jamboree to them.
Well, the Jamboree promotes Appalachian craft and bluegrass music and just traditional folk music, just trying to preserve that. So there's
So it's actually a
activities-
competition. There is a
competition.
stage, and there's a competition for several different categories
Right.
that we would call the roots of Appalachia.
Right.
So there's clogging and bluegrass music and traditional gospel music. Some fabulous things.
Square dancing.
Yeah,
too.
square dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of wonderful things going on the stage.
And for the newbies out there, all day are the preliminary competitions, and then at night the top 3 from each category come back. So if you don't want to be out in the hot sun all day and you want to just come and park it at about 6 o'clock on Friday night or Saturday night, you can see the best of the best. And then on Saturday afternoon, that's when they do the junior competition for the younger kids, and that's really fun. That's always on Saturday afternoon. There aren't a lot of events that are this old, really.
Right.
So it's just important that the community support it, come out, buy food. There's no entry. There's no entrance fee. So, well, if you're going to compete, there is, but just to come and watch, there's no fee. So it's great fun, and of note, the community chorus will be back this year.
Yay!
On Friday night. Not sure exactly what time. That's usually around 6 or so. So there will be a patriotic program on Friday night, and I know the locals love to come out and see that.
Yeah, that's great to see that coming back. And what else is going on connected
Yes.
to that Saturday morning, isn't it?
Well, it's the 15th annual Fiddler 5K and 1 Mile Fun Run on Saturday, July 6th.
You know, when you all started this, do you remember?
Oh, I was there.
People were like, a 5K run? Who would do that? And now in our community, do we not have one just about every weekend?
Yes,
I mean, it
yes.
is a fabulous thing to do.
Well, they've become very popular little fundraisers for people to have, but this one is 15 years old this year, and we pride ourselves on trying to be very organized and having a really fun race. And people come from all over to do the Fiddler 5K.
Right.
The last 3 years, we've had right at around 400 participants, which is great. The 1 Mile Fun Run is also a walk for adults that want to do that, but we give out prizes for 12 and under, who's the fastest male and female in that. And the kids here locally, I mean, that's just grown and grown and grown, and
Yeah.
so that's become really fun for them. But we have people finishing the 5K course in 16 minutes. I mean, we have some really great athletes that are
Oh my God.
running 3 miles.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Good for
So-
them. Good
so-
for them.
It's great.
They can do
We started using chip timing a few years ago, and that works out really well. We're able to get the results very quickly.
Yeah.
And so we have this year early bird rates through June 8th. And these are our old prices. Adults 18, well, I guess 19 and up, $20. And if you're 18 and under, it's $15. So that's through June 8th, and that's just in a few days. You can register online at www.onestopRace.com, or you can just go to fiddler5k.com and you can print out a paper registration form and mail it in. And that also has a link to the online registration. Pre-registration is still open. I don't want you to think it's not. It's open through midnight of July 3rd online, and you still get a $5 discount from what the race day registration is. If you're going to mail in a form, we need it by July 1st. So you can also register on the day of the race, but get there at 6. The race now starts right next to the Life Enrichment Center, the First Baptist Life Enrichment Center on Church Street. And so we're no longer out on the highway.
Yeah.
And First Baptist allows us to use some of their parking there, and we did that last year. We changed our course just a little bit and got off the highway, and that worked really well. So we knew this year, because we are having so many people actually pre-register, we have a different problem than we used to have so many people come and register the day of. Now we have so many people picking up their packets that we're going to have a pre-packet pickup on Friday night. At the
that's
First
good.
Baptist Life
Yeah,
Enrichment
that's
Center.
great.
So you can come. It's probably going to be from about 5 to 7. We'll send an email out to everyone who pre-registered. So
And this is a fundraiser. What do the funds go to?
The funds go to Habitat for Humanity. Just finished our 4th house, and are in the process of choosing a family for the 5th house, which the construction will start within this year. So all the funds raised go to that.
Yep, that's a great effort. A lot of fun. I mean, it really is one of those things that people now look forward to. They know the Jamboree, they know 4th of July, Jamboree, and the Fiddler's 5K run.
And it's so encouraging to me to see people out running the course. it just does my heart good to know that.
Yeah, those
know that something that
overachievers.
you know.
Yeah.
I think
It takes me 16 minutes to drink my cup of coffee.
this was not this was not my brainchild. This was my good friend Bert Driver's brainchild back in 1999, I guess it was. But we have just taken and run with it, and I think.
Oh, no pun intended.
And I think that this has encouraged a lot of local people to run. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that, and
it goes to a good cause.
it
too,
goes
so.
to a good cause, and we're just promoting fitness. And
Well, that's right. So we hope, so glad you were able to come this month to talk about it, because this sounds like the time to do it
registration
is.
saves you some money. And
Right.
also, I want to mention we still have opportunities for people if they want to be T-shirt sponsors, or they want to sponsor a mile marker or a turn sponsor. My office phone number is 597-7370. And but all the information is on fiddler5k.com, and you can also send an email to me off that link. So
Great. Thank you for that update. And although we're running out of time and we have a page and a half, Carl Happecker is here from Edgar Evans State Park, and we might want to tell people to make sure they check out the information online. But please hit the highlights of all the awesome things happening at Edgar Evans.
All right, I'll talk fast. June 4th, 7th, 11th, 14th, 18th, 21st, 25th, and 28th, we'll be having pontoon rides with the park manager. And I'm told he's a very knowledgeable fella, has some interesting stories.
And he kind of favors Santa Claus.
Well, yes, a little bit. But we'll be leaving from the park courtesy dock. Now, that's not Edgar Evans Marina, but it's a little dock back near the cabin area. Plan to be there at least 30 minutes before. We'll try to leave there promptly at 1 p.m. And there's no restroom there, so be
prepared, that's right.
Yes. And Friday, June the 7th at 4 p.m. Of course, we're kind of doing a spin-off into Free Fishing Day, which is
Yeah.
Saturday, June the 8th.
Yep.
But at 4 p.m., Friday, June the 7th, we'll be down in the campground and be conducting a fish ID game. Join the park ranger for that.
Oh, that's good.
And also June the 7th at 4 p.m. and at 6:30 p.m.
My favorite thing.
Yes.
And Saturday, June the 22nd at 4 p.m. we'll have live snakes.
Yay!
So,
Jen's gonna come, aren't you?
You
Yes.
know why I love snakes? Because
Why?
I hate mice.
all right. That's a very good
One trade-off for
reason.
the other.
I'm willing to take the snake
Snakes
for the sake of
yeah.
not having mice in my house.
That'll be at the fire circle in the campground. But Saturday, June the 8th at 1 p.m. at picnic shelter number 2, the Friends of Edgar Evans are sponsoring a cookout. It's for the Friends of Edgar Evans. It's for park employees. It's for guests. And it's for those that might be interested in joining the Friends of Edgar Evans. I guess prospective members, you could
Yeah,
say.
sure.
We'll have a
Feed them and they will come, right?
yes, we will. And I'll be doing the cooking. So
Oh, you know it's going to be good then.
they're asking to bring a prepared dish, and they would like for you to either email our Friends President, Mr. Fount Bertram, at fwbertram@dtccom.net, or to call him at 615-765-5357.
Yep.
And they just like to get kind of an idea as to who all's coming and how many's going to be there.
Yep.
And June the 8th, of course, is Free Fishing Day. You don't need a fishing license. Even non-residents can fish for free on this day. We're going to have activities in addition to our Saturday afternoon cookout with the friends at 8 a.m. and at 3 p.m. we're going to have a knot tying session.
Oh,
It'll
nice.
be at picnic shelter number 1 there at the Marina parking lot. And a lot of people don't know how to tie on a hook, believe it or not. They just tie a couple
Well,
hard
now,
knots.
Carl,
like
I'm
tying your
confused.
shoe.
Are you tying or are you not tying?
We are not tying. No.
You telling them that
Oh.
Sorry, I was flying
That's
off
all
the
right.
handle.
Hey,
Get
you
it?
done
Flying.
fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes. You done good. At 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. we'll be having a basic casting clinic and some fishing techniques. And that'll be there near the picnic shelters. And And after a few lessons with the casting the rod and reel, they'll be walking down to the shoreline there and be able to try out their skills. We do have some rod and reels available for the use. They're loaners, of course. And then also on that day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., you'll be able to go fishing with the ranger below the picnic
nice.
shelf.
Yeah.
June 14th, June 21st, and June 28th at 6:30 p.m. we'll be sponsoring a sunset cruise. And by the way, the boat rides with the park manager and the sunset cruises are all free. All you have to do is pre-register, and they'll last anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Oh.
And you may.
So if you've never been on the water,
Right.
if you don't own a boat, but you've always heard it's a fabulous place to be, here's your chance.
Yes.
It's free through our state park.
It's my favorite time of the day on the lake.
There you
Yeah.
go, and each one gets
Evening.
one of
Yeah,
those
that's right.
lovely orange PFDs to wear.
Or bring
during
your
the
own.
boat ride.
Yeah.
Yes, or bring your own. But you can sign up for any of those boat rides and get any information regarding those boat rides at the park office. Phone number is 931-858-2114. And Saturday, June 15th at 8:30 p.m., that's when it's getting good and dark, we'll have a scorpion hunt. And this is not the blue-tailed scorpions that a lot of locals call them. That's a skink, but that's down another road. But these little scorpions that look like crawfish on dry, on dry ground, those little fellas under a black light will glow at night.
Wow.
So meet at the picnic area at the boat ramp entrance.
Now that is
there.
something I have never done.
Right.
Gone on a night hike with a black light.
Looking
Ooh,
for
that sounds
scorpions,
good.
Sounds
right.
fun.
And Sunday, June 16th at 2 p.m., we'll have a nature hike there on the Highland Rim Trail. Wildflowers, birds, animals. Just meet there at the park office. It's approximately 2-mile hike, and it's in hilly terrain. I guess you'd call it a moderate hike.
Hey, that's Father's Day. That'd be a great thing to
Yes.
do with your
It
dad.
would.
Yeah.
Something that you all would remember.
Yeah.
And Saturday, June 22nd, 9 a.m., there'll be a hike there at the Millennium Trail. Just meet there at the Millennium Trailhead. It's on into the park there, just beyond the maintenance area. It's approximately 2.5 miles, and it also is a moderate hike. And then Saturday, June 29th at 8:30 p.m., we'll have a night hike, and it'll be going down into what the lake mount calls the Wolf Creek Inlet, and you're liable to hear owls and all kinds of wildlife, frogs and other amphibians, and you never know what you might run into down there. So wear sturdy shoes and bring
That's a stick.
And a big stick.
and it says to bring a dim flashlight, but I would bring one with new batteries in it for sure.
Yeah.
And it'll be approximately a mile, and we'll meet at the parking lot there next to the Millennium Trailhead. And again, you can call the park office for information on any of these things. 931-858-2114. All Tennessee state parks are now taking reservations for their campsites. You can go online and reserve a campsite, or you can call the park office and we'll go online and reserve that for you. And this Memorial Day was probably one of the smoothest holidays that we've had.
Yeah.
Everybody made their reservations in advance, and there was no arguing over campsites or anything.
No grabbing and throwing.
Right.
Sometimes people just take somebody else's stuff. No, they
Throw it-
just-
Throw it
they
away.
wouldn't do
Throw it
that.
away.
Hey,
They
it's
wouldn't do
happened.
that.
It has happened. Trust me.
I'm sure it is.
But you may check online. Tennessee State Parks has a website with all Tennessee State Parks listed, and I'm not, as you know, I don't give out web addresses.
Yeah, you don't
I
want to.
rely on
That's
the
right.
search engine. Just type in Tennessee State Parks,
And it'll
and
pop
go
right
to
up
it.
It'll
there.
be there.
and then there'll be a whole list, and you can go to find your park, and it'll have the parks listed in Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, and East Tennessee, and you just click on that park, and it's got the information, and up in the right-hand corner, it'll say make a reservation. And so it's very simple. Eventually, our cabins will be online. You'll be able to go online, and the campsite website, the reservation, you can go on there and actually pull up a picture of that campsite. It gives all the particulars
It's
of it.
always good to know before you get there what
Yes.
it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
It
And what
is.
services they have there. And we are blessed in our area to have some of the most beautiful state parks.
Yes.
And hands down, Tennessee has some of the most beautiful state parks, and Middle Tennessee, without question, has some of the most beautiful, wonderful places to go camping or hiking or do any of those things. But none of them have our park manager, Carl Halfaker.
Amen.
So we support our local Edgar Evans State Park.
And we appreciate everything that you do, Carl.
So much fun
Keeping
stuff going
lots
on.
of things going on.
We thank you.
Keep people
we thank you
outside.
for that.
That's right.
Yes, that's true. And also, if you're interested in becoming a friend of Edgar Evans, which that's our nonprofit support group, they also have a website. And once again, just in your search engine, just type in Friends of Edgar Evans, and it'll just pop right
Pop
up.
right up, that's right. Those things are great.
Thank you for the opportunity to come.
Well, thanks for coming.
Carl.
And you tell Ranger Justin that we were sorry he wasn't here with his beautiful radio voice, but we were glad you came.
Well, he was probably asleep, and I'm better looking than he is. anyway.
Absolutely.
Looks like we've got some more food coming up.
Oh my goodness. So to wrap up the month, we have Smithville, DeKalb County Rescue Squad ham breakfast on June 29th from 6 to 10 p.m. That's in a new location at the county complex. The cost is $7. And of course this supports the rescue squad and all of their equipment and their training expenses. A one-time fundraiser for them. If you need more information, call Dustin Johnson at 615-598-2080 and come out and support your local rescue squad.
Yes.
So
right, Jen, here we go.
I had about 6 pages of stuff and about 30 seconds to do it. So let me just say that Leadership DeKalb had its final session in May. Best class ever. Oh my gosh, the class of 2013. Fantastic bunch. I do want to say a huge thank you for Center Hill Lake Day. Carl Halfaker and the wonderful folks at Edgar Evans State Park was one of our hosts. U.S. Corps of Engineers, the resource office there at the dam, was another one of our hosts. Caney Fork, all right, get your pens out because this is a long list. Caney Fork Electric, DeKalb Community Bank, Edgar Evans Marina, Robin Driver of Center Hill Realty, Aaron Meeks of the real estate team, Lori Ann Mans of
Wow.
Village Realty. I know all these fabulous folks.
Lots
and,
of community support.
Yeah,
Yes.
Daryl and Beth Gill from DeKalb Tire and Service. All of these folks helped bring together a fabulous wrap up to our fantastic year of Leadership DeKalb. We have our graduation coming up on June 11th at the Community Center. Our keynote speaker is Community Leader of the Year Award winner Donnie Green, and this event is honoring our class members, and they actually put the program on, but friends, family, employers, sponsors, everyone's invited. If you're interested in seeing what this beast is that is Leadership DeKalb, it is open to anyone to come. We hope to recruit a few people for our next year's class, which doesn't start until September, but we want to invite all alumni and anyone who's interested in seeing how the class happened this year. This is a great and fabulous evening. Starts at 6 o'clock. Tickets are $15 a piece, unless you know somebody in the class, and then there might be a special deal for you. So I want to say a huge thank you to all of the class members and their sponsors. I will be including that in next month's session to recognize them as their graduation has been completed. But I do also want to say a quick note that they are already on their class project. They have decided that they would like to feed hungry children throughout the summer while the school has let out. Now, of course, the school provides free breakfast and lunch at the high school, Smithville Elementary, and Northside through this coming Friday, 6/14. And those hours are an hour from 7:30 to 8:30, and then around lunchtime for all children 18 and under. They provide that lunch for them, breakfast or lunch. But the class project, they are interested in finding hungry children and feeding them throughout the summer. So if you have a family to suggest or want to be a part of this effort, call our class president, Daryl Gill, at 615-318-2726. And I think that it's just terrific every
It's a
year
great
that the class finds a project and fulfills it. And so I really think that they're off to a great start, and I hope that everyone will come out and support a really worthy cause.
It is.
So, phew, we have once again wasted another hour. No, I'm just kidding.
No, a lot
We've
of
had a
music.
fantastic
Yes.
show. We want to thank all of our great guests and speakers for today. We also want to share your news and your special events. So if we've missed it,
If we don't know it, we can't talk about it.
we
can
didn't know about it.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
So please call the Chamber office 597-4163 or email us at decabtn@dtccom.net. We will help you spread the word of your event, no matter small, large.
Whatever.
We are happy to do it. We love to do this program. And also, if you have questions about anything that you've heard on today's program, we want to thank our special guests. And we appreciate so much WJLE and DTC TV for sponsoring the Chamber Chat. And we hope you all stay busy, find something to do in the month of June.
And if you haven't found anything to do, I'm sorry, we can't help that. We've told you about it, so
That's right.
go out and enjoy
We
it.
hope you have a great rest of the week and a great month of June. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.